Welcome back to another episode of the CRL Podcast. My name is Caleb Smith, driver of the number 54 Hi-Fi Racing truck and ARCA car on Monday and Wednesday nights on OSR Network, joined by Rob Sherwoo.
This is Rob Sherwoo. Ron Sherwoo, as my friends call me, and I have no witty other nicknames for you today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's been a long week, a long 2 weeks, coming off of, Thanksgiving week. I know we raced, there was no episode that we did that week. Had a lot of things going on, I was out of state, was nowhere near my simulator, couldn't do anything. But we hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. If you were in the States, of course. We know we have some people in Canada that race with us. Their Thanksgiving's already passed. But hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. We are going to jump into the week that we missed, Thanksgiving week, which was COTA, NASCAR West in the trucks, and North Wilkes in the ARCA. So we are going to hop right into the results for the Truck Series race at COTA, which an ass whooping, if I would have to say so myself.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Evan Kinney, leading 45 of the 45 laps, and winning by 22 seconds over two drivers who are really good on road courses. Um, I mean, you just don't win by 22 seconds over some of these drivers, and it happened. So it was Evan Kinney first, Bobby Mantle second, Darren Staff third, Parker Collins fourth, and Mike Kelly in fifth. 22 seconds. That was the lead. That's crazy.
Keep in mind that it's included in a pit lap as well. But and obviously clean air makes a ton of difference for the leader and open track, but you're still competing with passing lap cars and everything. But Evan's average lap was a full half second faster than the next closest, who was Bobby.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
if you look at it, the average lap 143.3, that's Evan. You got 143.8 and 143.8, and that was Bobby Mantle and Darren Stapp who finished second and third. So they were right on top of each other to the very end, and then Evan was just in another zip code. Fastest lap. He really swept the board. Led all the laps, set the fastest lap. Um, had no incident points, by the way, which is crazy.
Yeah, I actually was just looking at that as well. I mean, I think he was the only person who ran that didn't have an incident, and he also was a half second quicker than everybody else. So that's pretty wild.
Um, the only thing, Bobby or not Bobby, that Evan did not lead that entire time was quality passes because he didn't have to pass anybody.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so that's a hell of a win for Evan. That's locked him into um, the that locked him into the next round, which we are going to get to after we talk about the ARCA race at North Wilkesboro, which we are going to do right now. So, day before Thanksgiving, so the field kind of, I say small, but it's still 20 drivers.
Yeah.
I know some drivers like myself didn't race because it was Thanksgiving week, the day before Thanksgiving. Um, but um, another dominant race. Jordan Trass winning, leads 76 of the 114 laps. Um, So he wins over CVS, Mike Kelly, Daniel Miller, and Zachary Foudy, which I don't think Jordan runs a lot of ARCA. Um, so nice to see him get out there, win a race at North Wilkesboro. Um, but that was your top five for that. And we will get into the points for this series, the ARCA series, after we get done talking about the race that we're going to talk about next. Um, which, if we go back to the Truck Series, and this is the current week that we're on. This is the races that happened uh, last week, so last Monday night, which would be Charlotte Oval in the Truck Series. This was the first race of the round of 8. So the field got cut down to 8 drivers, and we had some spice going on in this race. Had a few incidents, but the race stayed green for a while, which was really nice. We had some green flag pit stops, um, had a few incidents, but it is what it is. It's racing. Lane Hostler ends up pulling it out. He will race for another championship and try to go back to back.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really surprise you, does it? Because he had an average running position, and this is no shade. This just kind of shows exactly what Lane is about. He started in 26th, and he had an average running position of 12.1. I actually heard somebody say that they didn't think he ran the top 10 the entire night until the end of the race, and he ended up pulling it out. Um, and he's very good about that, about putting himself in positions to win. So if there's anybody that can do it in this league, it's Lane. That's why he's a champion, you know?
Yeah, 3 times at that. Um,
Yes.
but if you look behind him now, this guy ran up front all race. If you look at his average running position, it was 2.6. Uh, Ross Tatum. Uh,
That's why they
I
call him the boss, brother.
Yeah, Ross the boss. But yeah, I mean, he led 63 laps most of the entire race, and it really came down to I think a late race restart. Lane ends up winning. He's locked himself into the championship race. And we'll get into the points real quick after I read out the top 5. So you got Lane Hostler, Ross Tatum, Ricky Harden, Judson Curtis, Evan Kinney. Um,
Shout
so
out Judson, by the way. Shout out
yeah,
Judson. That's a great
oh
run for him.
yeah, absolutely. He had an average running position of 7.1 all race, so that's really good. So he had 62 total passes. Um,
Wow.
yeah. Not Mike. Ricky Harden had 107. Your boy Joshua Altus. Um,
The Solar Man.
yep, had 112. So,
Did
but
he
yeah,
the question, did he hop straight out of the retirement home for this race, or do you think he was maybe already out of there?
I
Put in some laps.
hell with sim racing, he probably had it inside of the retirement home. Who knows?
He has it on his walker walking around the nursing home, just standing up running laps probably.
hmm They're like Joshua, it's time to eat, and he's like, I am eating. I had 112 passes,
I mean lap times, baby.
but yeah. So top 5 there. Rounding off with Evan Kinney. Another good race for him in the Truck Series. Getting into our points, Lane Hostler locks himself into the championship race at Chicagoland. Ross Tatum uh, is sitting pretty good above the cut line. I think it's 12 points, 14 points above the cut
Uh
line.
13 or no, 23 points, sorry. Cuz he's at
20.
30.52. The cut line is currently CVS at 30.29.
I see. Okay.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, so we're just gonna read it out. So Lane locked in. You got Ross, Mike, and Evan. That's your top 4. That is who, at the moment, before Michigan, going into the race tonight, is going to be racing for a championship. However, you got CVS, Parker Collins, Logan Brakey, who's having an amazing first season, by the way. Um,
Rookie of the year?
at the moment, yes. Actually,
Okay.
no, he is Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Um, So congrats to Logan. And then you got Jordan Trask, who unfortunately had some mishaps happen in that Charlotte race. He is currently tied with Logan Brakey. Um, so that is the way that's shaped up at the moment. But as of right now, Ross Tatum, Lane Hostler, Mike Kelly, Evan Kinney are currently racing for your championship. So that is going to be very interesting to look at going into this race at Michigan.
Yeah, I absolutely. I'm honestly sitting here looking, and I was very confused because, obviously Parker this season has had multiple wins, with 2 wins and leading the regular season points champion. And so all those bonus points, I am shocked to see him where he is going into this week. So, you know, he very well, knowing him, could go out and win at Michigan. But I'm sure he's sweating a little bit with him fighting against his own teammate, Evan Kinney, being -10. So that will be an interesting development to watch this week.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really good race. Michigan get pretty hairy, especially with the way the aero of these trucks are, how tight some of these drivers are. It takes about 10 laps for the drivers to get spread out, but knowing how aggressive some of these drivers are, um, are they going to be willing to give and take given the situation for fighting for a CRL Truck Series belt? Like you said, should be interesting to watch. Moving
Yeah.
on. Oh, you got something to say?
No, no, no. I was just agreeing. We're good. We're good.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. God, I don't know why I said it like that. That was aggressive. You got something to say?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'll just pipe
No,
down over here.
no, 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 no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. It's not what I meant.
Should we change the name to the QRL podcast, the Quiet Racing League?
Wow. Wow. I mean, technically, it would mean the same thing because if it's
True.
quiet, that means there's no wrecks.
Normally, or you just have people just with pent up anger, one of the two.
Yeah. I mean, hell, some people do drive like that. They got this aggression. They got this aggression to them.
Listen, everybody just needs to remember our favorite word is accountability. That's all you need to remember. Accountability.
Yep.
It's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if everybody else makes mistakes. It's gonna happen.
Hell, speaking of mistakes, let's go into COTA West for
Oh
the
gosh.
for the ARCA series. Um,
Are you about to
Austin,
speak from experience?
I am about to speak from experience. Austin Coop wins the race, leads the most laps, but it came down to the last lap. Him and Bobby Mantle raced their asses off in this race and put on a show. Bobby ends up spinning on the final lap. That allows Austin to win the race. But Bobby finished in second in both Circuit of the America races. Um, I mean, still, he's one of the best road racers we have. He just hasn't gotten himself one yet. Um, so he'll get him one eventually. But for now, Austin Coop sweeps the season in the with the road courses in the ARCA series. But you got Austin Coop, Bobby Mantle, Evan Kinney, Mike Kelly, Seth Foudy. That is your top five. Um, really good racing. Everyone gave each other a lot of room. Um, from experience, I spun myself. Um, so I wrecked, and then I wrecked Steve Gerber. Um, it is
Wow.
what it is. Yeah, I know. I mean, I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say it was as bad as someone.
No, I don't know where you're going with this because I can't imagine wrecking someone at COTA. It's just impossible to do.
Yeah,
And honestly,
no.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Now, I wouldn't say I sent it in on him at a certain corner, but what I will say is I was carrying way more speed than him out of the corner, and I got him. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, no, it is what it is. It was. I made a mistake. I made several mistakes this race. Um, I half spun one time going into the double left. It was just a very miserable race for me. Um, but it is what it is. Austin Coop wins this race and is leading the championship standings um, by 18 points.
18 points,
So,
yes.
yep. So as it sits right now, so there's still 12 drivers in it. But I mean, really, it's probably only six, seven drivers. I don't know.
Okay,
Um,
don't do that. Don't absolutely not do that. Oh my gosh.
God damn, I had to do it one time.
The CRL podcast does not endorse the 6-7 meme. I just want to, throw that out there.
No, I had to do it. No, for real though. Like, there's probably 6 or 8 drivers that still have a good chance
Yeah,
at
yeah.
at winning this championship. Um,
I will say Talladega could really throw a wrench in things, though. All it
oh
takes is
yeah,
somebody to get caught up in a wreck, and it really changes the outlook of things.
yeah, absolutely. But as it sits right now, you got Austin Coop, Seth Foudy -18, Mike Kelly -23, Steve Gerber -37, Abram Ghost, who is -41, uh, David Bersecki, um, or Bersiski, if you would,
Bersiski.
Bersiski. Yeah, so I believe 44 -44. Chris Smith -63, and then from that point, eighth is just -63, and it goes all the way down. But yeah, that's Danny White. You got JD Daniels, myself, Joshua Gillen, and Cam Patterson, who was the furthest back at 101, or 101 points back. So you're gonna have a lot of drivers playing catch up, but Talladega um, could pull some people back, especially if Austin Cooper, Seth Foudy, Mike Kelly, Steve Gerber, one of them wrecks, it could really change the way this championship is.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's the good and bad thing of having super speedway thrown into the playoffs. It makes everybody a competitor, but it also puts everyone at risk.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. Listen, personally, not excited for Talladega. Absolutely hate that style of racing. Um, but I'm excited to see how the championship's going to shake up after Talladega. Um, I think mathematically I am out of it. I cannot win this. I missed a race. I'm out of it. So I'm just racing because I enjoy it. So, which if you don't enjoy it, I mean, what's there not to enjoy? You're
Yeah,
racing
I'm.
fake race cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, I just realized something. So you got S&B Motorsports, and then there's B&S
Hmm,
Motorsports.
hmm.
Did you just flip?
I cannot confirm or deny because I was not the driver of that discussion, but that may have happened,
Yeah, no.
possibly.
I mean, it just you flip the
We've got
bacon,
we got Shake and Bake Motorsports, and now you got Bake and Shake Motorsports.
bacon shake. Okay,
Bake
because
and
that's
Shake,
that's
baby.
that's what I was gonna ask. But so far, been a hell of a season. Really. And we got plenty of things shaping up for next season. Um, should have the schedule finalized in the near future. Um, maybe a certain Japanese track might see its way onto the schedule. That's all I'm gonna say
Uh-oh.
about that. Um, it's not a road course.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's not a road course. They
I
have a road
immediately
course.
thought Suzuka, so
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, NASCAR did do a race at Suzuka very long time ago.
And I don't remember it at all. I
Well, it was
probably,
in the 90s.
well, then there you go. That's all
Yeah,
you need
it
to
was
know.
it was in the 90s, but they ran the short layout.
I actually did not know they had a short layout, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so um, that should be exciting. Um, let's give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Um, you got Ghost Athletics, for their support, with the CRL Truck Series, which you can catch on OSR Network Mondays, 8:30 on YouTube. And then you got Grant Designs and Savage Sim Reps, which you can catch with our ARCA series. Also, OSR Network, 8:30 on Wednesday nights. Um, so, um, and then shout out Joe Spinelli, our website, looking amazing. Always got to shout out the barrel man himself for the work he does on our
We love old
website.
barrels.
We do like some barrels. Um, and then yeah, I believe that is everything for this episode that we needed to touch on. Um, just hoping for another great week of racing in the Clean Racing League. And Rob, do you have anything to say before we wrap this episode up?
The only thing I have to say is not CRL related, but it's related to my sports fanhood, and I'm just gonna say go Hoos in the ACC championship game tonight.
Go Duke! No, I'm just kidding. Fuck Duke.
All right,
But
don't do that to me.
no, 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 no. Realistically speaking, should have been Miami. Let's be real.
I mean, they did lose 2 conference games, so
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, no,
and
no, it's fine. But I mean, college playoffs confuse me.
yeah, they confuse everybody. I actually saw somebody put out a mock 2014 bracket yesterday, and I'm like, can we just maybe stop with the expansion and just use what we have and use it correctly because it's in shambles right now.
Yeah, it's really so confusing because like I was watching College Game Day and they're breaking down the scenarios. They're like, well, if Duke wins the ACC championship, they might be in the playoffs, and it's like, no, they shouldn't be.
No, they absolutely should not be. I
No.
mean, if that happens, I don't think Miami should be in just because Duke wins, but also they shouldn't put Notre Dame in and not put Miami in because they won the head-to-head matchup earlier this year. So it's pretty crazy they could finish with the same record and possibly miss the playoffs, even though they beat them head-to-head. And that just kind of shows why it's flawed.
And we are recording this on Saturday, so we have no idea um who's winning these games. I will say one game I'm excited for, uh, Ohio State, Indiana.
Oh,
Um,
that'll be fun. Yeah.
that's gonna be a good game.
Also,
So
related to racing, not football, how excited are you for Abu Dhabi?
well, considering we watched qualifying this morning, Max Verstappen on pole, Lando Norris in second, Piastri in third. Um, I mean they're right on top of each other.
Yeah,
If the best case scenario, and I was rooting for Lando at the beginning of the season. I wanted
same.
Lando to do good. I do not like McLaren now. I like Oscar Piastri. I do not like McLaren now. They
I
have
th-
they have fucked this. They have fucked themselves in this championship multiple
yep.
times. So if Max Verstappen ends up pulling off this masterpiece of a drive he's probably gonna have tomorrow, and then
Hmm.
wins this championship, um, I mean, which once again we have no idea. You're listening to this on Monday morning, so we already know who won, um, but we don't. Um, so yeah, if Max Verstappen wins, um, that's completely on Zach Brown and McLaren. Um,
Yeah. It sounds like you're kind of where I'm at as well. I'm very much in the crew of I would love for Oscar to win first and foremost, but if he can't win, I wouldn't hate to see Max take it away from them. Just because McLaren has they've royally screwed up this year with their papaya rules, and it's wild. I mean, I think Qatar was a great encapsulation. It's like, let's make no decision because we don't want to be unfair to one person. It's wild.
it's funny, and we're going completely off topic here. But they interviewed Zach Brown earlier in the season, and he goes, "I would rather lose the drivers' championship to Max Verstappen." And keep in mind, Max Verstappen was well out of it. Like he was, I think, 100 points back when they did this interview with Zach Brown, and he goes, "I would rather lose the drivers' championship to Max Verstappen than prioritize one of our drivers." Okay, cool. Well, now the weekend's here where you're probably going to have to prioritize one of your drivers. Which one's it going to be?
Yeah, and they
Okay.
already went from we're going to allow Oscar to race Lando to now if they feel like one driver has a better chance than the other, they will implement team orders, which is wild.
Yeah. So I think if I think the way it shapes up, Oscar has to. I think Lando just has to finish fourth, and if Oscar wins the race and Max finishes second, Oscar's the champion. If Lando finishes fourth and Max Verstappen wins, no matter where Oscar finishes, Max is the champion. So realistically, Lando just has to get a podium, he's the champion.
I think actually he can finish as far down as fifth as long as Max doesn't win, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, but let's be real.
Oh yeah, I mean I doubt that's going to happen for sure. I mean,
Let's I
I,
mean, Max Verstappen in qualifying itself, he beat his own lap and didn't have to.
yeah, I was watching the sector times because it kind of coincided with all three of them being on the track at the same time, and that was really cool to watch all three of them because you could see Oscar, who was 2 tenths down on his best time, and then you had, or not his best time, I'm sorry, on Max's original best time, you had Lando, who was a tenth and a half down through the first two sectors on Max's first time. And, they both barely improved, but it still wasn't enough to beat Max's first time, who then still, I think, went almost a full tenth faster on his final lap.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, I don't think McLaren is doing themselves any favors. I was watching it, and Lando put on his last set of new soft tires in I think Q2. Um, and to make it fair, I think they brought Oscar down and put on his last set. So like, I really think they're fucking themselves trying to make it fair
Agreed.
when like as much as it pains me to say it, Lando is in the best spot, and in no way are they going to prioritize Oscar. Like if Max is in the lead, Oscar is in third, and Lando's in fourth, they're going to tell Oscar to give up that spot, which is fucked up.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
my curiosity is as they get into this race, if you've got, and this is the last thing, probably we should probably stop talking about it because I know
eh,
we've run on longer than we meant to, but
yeah,
I'm curious to see what they do if they have all three of them running in uh, within touching distance of each other, because would they allow Oscar to undercut Lando if that's what he chooses to do? Does Lando want to block that? I would assume he would, but also that would allow him the chance to undercut Max. So they have put themselves in probably the worst possible scenario, because I think they're going to have to tell Oscar that if they want Lando to win the championship, they're going to have to force Oscar to give up his chance, and I just don't know how that's going to happen.
so last thing I'll say, Oscar is starting on the outside, going in turn one. No, he's starting on the inside. Sorry. If if Oscar goes into turn one to try to get the spot from Lando, and they make contact, kind of similar to COTA, is
Oof.
anyone going to be upset? Like,
Yeah, that's yeah, I kind of wonder how much that's in Oscar's mind too going into the first corner, because I know he wants to win, but like I don't think he and Lando have a bad relationship per se, and I'm sure he doesn't want to cost him the chance to win the drivers' championship. But I'm curious what his mindset's like.
but you look at Lando, and you look at some of the moves Lando's been doing. Um,
Agreed.
like like Lando, it was Las Vegas. He tried to pull a Verstappen over Verstappen and overshot turn one. Lando's not built like that. So I think Lando's gonna mirror drive turn one and overshoot it.
Is there a chance he takes out Max?
If he takes out Max, he's gonna get a pretty good penalty.
Oh yeah.
There's
Well,
no
I
way
mean, not intentionally, but obviously, I'm just saying if something were to happen where they come together in the first corner.
if 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 Lando takes out Max, and see now I'm excited because now I want to watch it. Like I'm just,
I'm all about the chaos. Just give me chaos.
I
You know
mean
what? Can
that's
Charles Leclerc still win the championship? Let's make it happen.
no. Well, I mean he wouldn't even be there to begin with. You know,
Just
Max hasn't led the championship standings at all this season.
oh yeah, that's true. I mean, McLaren has been the best car off the bat, so he was already starting in a hole.
Yeah. So I've hated, not hated. Let me rephrase. I've disliked Red Bull's dominance for the past 4 years. It's nice to see a new team do it. Zach Brown and Lando Norris has made me hate McLaren so much to where I want
Yeah,
Max Verstappen to win this championship.
it has definitely given me a new perspective on Max. I'll say that
Yeah.
because also, as many people close to me know, I am not a Zach Brown fan. So
No. And when Ricardo was there, I liked Zach Brown, but it even then, when Ricardo was there, like they did not like Ricardo at all.
no,
Because like you could tell like when he won Mazda, God bless America, Monza, and Lando
he won
finished
in a
second.
Mazda.
He won
What?
in a Mazda. No, when he won Monza, God damn it, Rob. I said it again.
You're welcome.
When he won Monza and Lando was in second, Lando's like he's going too slow and needs to let me by. Like motherfucker, you were racing for the lead. I, that's the part that I hate about F1. Let me go.
I get it. That's why Josh has had a hard time getting into it because I've become kind of addicted to it. But
Oh,
he's
it's great.
he's watched several races with me this year where he's like, "See, this is why I just can't do it."
Yeah. Like don't get me wrong. I love the tech. I love the racing. I love how fast the cars are. How just on edge they always are. I do not like the racing style. Like
Yeah, agreed. Especially with how they enforce the rules. The rules don't really allow them to battle.
yeah, like and hell even Max did like a podcast and was going on about how like there's some tracks we just don't need to go to anymore just because how heavy the car is and how big the car is. Like he's like,
Yeah,
we only go to Monaco because it's historic. Monaco fucking sucks. Monaco used to be one of my
it's
favorite
so
races to
bad.
watch.
Yeah, I it's so bad.
So, but I don't know. And then that 2026 car is not looking much better. So, but
Yeah.
but hey, after this season, we got no more DRS.
True. Rip to the DRS.
Rip to the drag reduction system. Oh, all right. Well,
Oh, we
folks,
really got off topic.
yeah, we really did. We went 10 minutes on about that. Hey, it's racing related. If you enjoyed our talk about a race that we haven't even seen yet, because this is Saturday for us, you guys listen to this Monday morning. Um, if you listen to our complete rant about Formula One and the championship, um, let us know. We'll know who won. We'll talk about it with you. We're probably gonna have a lot of things to talk about after tomorrow. Because someone's got to win the championship. Um, someone's got to win the championship. And I really hope it's not Lando Norris. That's all I gotta say. So,
Let's
but
go, Oscar Piastri.
uh, if it's Oscar or Max, sign me the fuck up. So, um, but yeah, we appreciate everyone that listens to this podcast. Um, and we hope that you guys listen to it next week as we preview the championship week for Chicagoland and ARCA. Um, in the ARCA Championship, which I do not know the track. Sorry. Um, but yeah, we'll preview all that next week. Um, and we hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful race tonight and on Wednesday. And we will see you guys next Monday. Bye bye.